Hi, I'm Hayley, Chief Doodler at Thoughts Drawn Out. I'm all about getting creativity working so I can help you to make your mark. So 3 quick tips for keeping your creativity flowing when you have to be creative for your job. Tip number 1, self-discipline. I know it may be not what you want to hear on the topic of creativity, but self-discipline is what gives you the structure to ensure that you keep visiting your creativity even when you don't initially feel like you want to or like you have the energy for it. But I find that with a disciplined structure of I'm going to commit to X amount of time every day or every second day or whenever I feel like this, giving yourself structure that takes the decision away of do I feel like being creative now or don't I, but forces you to step into it. Once you're in it, it flows. You just have to take that first step. You just have to start. So use your self-discipline to create structure to allow you to move into your creativity even when you don't feel like it. Tip number 2, delineation. What I mean by that is create some delineation in your life between the work creativity and the personal creativity. Now, while you have to be creative for your work and you're going to use discipline and structure to make sure that that happens, whether you feel like it or not, it's important to maintain some enthusiasm, some love, some space in your calendar, some time, whatever it is that you need to carve it out to make sure that you still get that personal creative fulfillment. It's important. And the delineation is how I manage to do that. So I will make sure that I keep my creative work in one physical space so that when I leave that space, this office that you're looking at now, and I go somewhere else, it feels like a switching in my mind, and then I can engage in a different creative project out in my living room or at my kitchen table or out on my veranda. And it's physically different, it's delineated, and then it's like the source of creativity, then it's coming from a whole other place. So while I may have felt creatively burnt out on the work side, on the personal side, I've delineated it, I've made it something different, and now there's this new well of creativity that can come forth for those activities. And my third tip for keeping creativity flowing is to be kind to yourself. You don't have to put so much pressure on yourself to achieve perfection all the time. Progress over perfection. If you are following the first 2 steps, if you have you've set some structure and discipline so that the creative activities will happen whether you're feel liking it or not, you're going to step into it. You've delineated it so you can have different energy banks for your work creative and your personal creative, which is important because you need to keep that personal creativity going. If you're a creative person, then your soul needs it. So the third then is to bring kindness to that. Don't expect yourself to have to create masterpieces and works of art all the time. Sometimes the beauty of creativity is in the verb. It's just in the showing up and in the doing, and putting less pressure on the noun, on the thing, on whatever it is you're creating. Just don't even worry about what the output looks like. Take that pressure off the table and just appreciate that you showed up. Be grateful that you're there, able to do the doing. Enjoy your creativity as a verb. And if you can do that and you take the pressure off, the whole thing becomes much more fluid and flowing, and it's a much more comfortable place. And that's when you will find that your creativity opens up even further. Now, I hope you found these 3 quick tips helpful. If you did, then please subscribe to the channel, hit like on this video, let YouTube know that this content is interesting. And if you're subscribed, then you can get notified when I release new videos, and you can be here for all of my future tips around things creative, drawing, creative entrepreneurship, and just basically living your best possible life and making your mark.